going the distance with local sports. This is the X Sports Network. This is the X Sports Network.
What really matters during the ball game, in Colossians 3 and verse 17, and whatever you do in word or deed, do everything in the name of the Lord Jesus, giving thanks to God the Father through him. Does everything you do point people to God? Does it bring glory and honor to God? Everything you say? If not, then maybe you need to reconsider what you're doing or what you're saying and make sure that your actions and your words glorify our God. And that message brought to you by your friends at the Leoma Church of Christ.
Hey everyone, this is Landon Saunders.
And this is Nate Patterson with Cloud9 Fiber.
We're excited to finally be able to offer Lawrenceburg our blazing fast, reliable, and affordable fiber internet services.
If you're looking for a more reliable and more affordable provider, we at Cloud9 Fiber have you covered.
Plans start at $50 a month, and we can offer up to a gigabit to your home or business.
We are excited to be able to offer your first month of service entirely free. We encourage you to sign up on cloud9fiber.com or by calling 931-201-9098 so we can help you make the switch today.
A moment in real estate with my dad, Jeff Hood.
You know, I get asked a lot about what the market's going to do. How's the real estate market? I've been selling real estate for a long time, and nobody has a crystal ball. And you know what? When it's your time to buy or your time to sell, it really doesn't matter what the market's doing. It's your time, and you have to do something maybe. What makes a difference is the agents and the experience that go to work for you. We're Keller Williams Hood Company, located here in Lawrenceburg, Tennessee. We can help.
Hood Company, powered by Keller Williams, the #1 name in real estate.
Arctic Air keeps your home or business comfortable. For more than 20 years, we've provided outstanding residential and commercial services through southern Middle Tennessee. Whether you need assistance with your heat, air conditioning, preventive maintenance, or anything in between, trust our reliable team to get the job done. We'll take the time to figure out your specific needs and recommend what we believe is right and best for your situation.
We've been using Arctic Air for over 15 years now. Their service is great, they're here when we need them, and their prices are competitive. They take the worry out of the heat and air so I don't have to.
Arctic Air. When you need us, we'll be there.
Volco Auto Supply in Lawrenceburg has a legacy of being a family-owned and operated company. Since 1927, our business has grown and evolved into today's one-stop source for all your automotive supplies. But in that time, one thing has stayed the same, and that's our commitment to our customers and their needs. At Volco Auto Supply, you'll find everything for your car, truck, or even fleet of vehicles, but with good old-fashioned customer service the way it needs to be. That's Volco Auto Supply, 416 Buffalo Road in Lawrenceburg. Visit volcoauto.com.
For over 50 years, Southern Tennessee Regional Health System Lawrenceburg has been a cornerstone of care in Lawrence County. From cardiology to orthopedics, general surgery, primary care, and women's health, we offer compassionate expert care close to home. Our ER is now stronger than ever with more providers, chest pain accreditation, and our newest Joint Commission stroke accreditation because every second matters. Generations have trusted us for compassionate care and medical excellence. Faster, trusted, accredited. Emergency care with hometown heart.
LUS is committed to our customers, from providing and maintaining energy-efficient utility services to friendly, helpful customer service. LUS is there. At LUS, we're always challenging everything we know, every day. We strive to improve efficiency and reliability while focusing on our responsibility to our customers and the community. It's our promise to provide dependable service to our customers every time. Because we don't just work in Lawrence County, we live here too.
going to be huge. The Middle Tennessee District Fair is back for 10 action-packed days of family fun. Now through Saturday. Thursday the 18th is Parks Lumber Preview Day with free admission and parking. Feel the rush of the Big Air ATV Tour Friday the 19th. Truck and tractor pulls are Saturday the 20th. Sunday the 21st features the Junior Horse Show. Monday and Tuesday the 22nd and 23rd, it's the Junk Car Jump and Run. Wednesday the 24th, don't miss Donkey Basketball and the $15,000 prize giveaway. Thursday the 25th, it's the Demolition Derby. Friday the 26th, experience Colt Ford in concert. And Saturday the 27th, the Truck and Tractor Pull. Tickets for Colt Ford and fair admission tickets available at mtdfair.org or at the box office. And don't forget, you can enjoy all the thrilling rides you want for one low price. The state champion Middle Tennessee District Fair. 10 big days, now through Saturday at Rotary Park in Lawrenceburg, Tennessee. Brought to you by the Lawrenceburg Rotary Club. For tickets and more info, go to mtdfair.org.
Comprehensive care with a compassionate touch. That will always be the guarantee at Encompass Healthcare in Etheridge, Tennessee. Whether you're looking for primary or urgent care, x-ray services, or weight loss treatments, the team at Encompass is equipped to serve your needs today. The doors are open Monday through Thursday from 8 to 5 and from 8 to noon on Fridays. Make an appointment with providers Kendra Brown, Tori Cox, or Ellie Brown today. That's Encompass Healthcare, located on Highway 43 North in Etheridge, next door to Chapman Tire.
This is the X Sports Network.
All right, welcome back into Summertown High School for our second game of the afternoon. Collinwood versus E.A. Cox. Looking at the bracket here, looks like this will be their first match, first game of the whole thing. So I guess this is the last group that hasn't played yet. Yep. Oh, okay, yeah, you're right. Okay, so looks like we're about to get underway here. I've seen Collinwood earlier this year. I wasn't able to go to the E.A. Cox game that Summertown played them in. So I've seen Collinwood very little, but I have seen them, but not E.A. Cox. So we should have a pretty good matchup here, I would assume. As so far, everybody's looked pretty evenly matched. Little recap. Cullioca did go on to beat New Prospect. Hillsboro did go on to beat Hampshire. So right now, as we stand, Summertown will face Cullioca at 10 in the morning. South Lawrence will face Hillsboro at 11 in the morning. Both of those games at Etheridge. Then you've got tomorrow as well. You've got Hampshire and Mount Pleasant playing at Etheridge at 8 a.m. in the morning. Spring Hill will go on to play the winner of Etheridge and Santa Fe, which should be going on now. Then New Prospect will play the winner of E.A. Cox and Collinwood, which is this game. And Leoma will play the winner of Lewis County and Poplar Grove. So, again, 16-team tournament, double elimination. And so far, it's been a good one. Every game has been fun to call, fun to watch. So if you have nothing else to do, tell the folks from Collinwood or E.A. Cox to jump on and watch it on X Sports. We in Summertown are pretty spoilt by X Sports, so everybody knows we'll be on. But this is a chance for some people that didn't make it to the game to get to watch grandkids or grandbabies and that they might not normally get to watch. So that's always a plus. And I know the girls, at least our girls, go back and watch every game. So it's something to carry with them. We're proud to have X Sports with us and part of our community for sure and for what they do. I mentioned last night, I know that X Sports has covered more middle school games in volleyball than we have in the past several years, and I know my kids couldn't be more thankful for Kevin and Will and the group that does it. So looks like we're about to get ready, but big thank you to them for everything they do. Looks like we're about to get underway. And Collinwood's got several ladies with the last name Rich, so you're going to hear that name a lot, I would assume, as Rich gets her first serve. Oh, no, that's Rowlett, sorry. Her first serve in for her ace, and they'll take the lead 1-0. Serve is up. Another good one, and that one's going to be in on the back line for the ace. Collinwood will take its early 2-0 lead. I mentioned in the last match, I think we went 3 entire sets with no calls. So looking to keep that going here, the game moves pretty quick that way, I guess. That serve is going to go wide right by Rowlett. And back to serve now for E.A. Cox is number 3 or 2, maybe. 3, Sanders, I believe. I can't hardly see her number there. Serve is in for the ace, and we're all tied up at 2. Big exciting third set in the last game. Went to Cullioca, but it was a hard-fought battle by both. That one's going to be pushed over by Rich. And then E.A. Cox is going to hit that one out. Wide right. Point goes to Collinwood. That was number 1 who hit that out. Steen. Now back to serve, Rich. Back row. Good pass up. Now let's have to send this one over, and they do. Rich tries to dig that one out. Little miscommunication on the back there as both girls were going for it. And not able to get that over. So E.A. Cox will now take the serve. This is number 5, Peoples. Finally get the wave across here. Lefty. Going to be short by just a little bit and into the net. Now to serve for Collinwood is Hunter. Collinwood definitely has some height on the front row. We'll see if that comes into play as we go along. Pushed over now. Sent back over. That was Cross sent over. And point will go to Collinwood as E.A. Cox can't get it back over. 19. Pruitt tried to save it but wasn't able to as it was a little bit out wide right. Now Hunter will serve again, the lefty. Back row. Tried to take a one-hand swing at that one. I think she realized it after she hit it that you might want to take 2 hands on that one. That was Steen on the back row there. Hunter again. Good serve. Very little spin. Chased down now. That's going to be sent over and in by Swatter. Keep in mind, these aren't my normal kids, so take me a minute to get used to the names. Definitely no AJ for sure. Got a sub for E.A. Cox now. Oh, we got a sub going on, and he wasn't whistled across yet, so she went to serve it, but we had a sub happening, so they'll send it back over. Try again. This is number 2, Swatter, back to serve. Looks like she got a nice little jump serve. Serve is short. It would have been wide left had it made it over, and that'll be a point for Collinwood. 7-4 now. Cross will go back to serve. Cross, a good athlete. She's also a pitcher in softball. Good family, good kid. She'll send this one over, back row. That's going to be hit straight up. Little miscommunication on the back row there as both girls were going for it, and that's going to fall to the floor. As that'll be an ace for Cross. Now winning 8-4. Cross sends it across, little floater. Dug out by Peoples. Now just hit over, but out of bounds by Pugh, who was subbed in a little bit ago, and Cross set to serve again. Nice job by the young lady in the crowd there to send that one back out to us. Cross back to serve again for Collinwood. Serve is up, and that's going to be in the net, and that'll be a point for EA Cox. Trailing 9-4. We'll get a sub for Cross, and 16 Van Horn will come in. Back to serve now is Covington for EA Cox. She'll put a swing on it. It's a good one. Floater barely gets over, but does make it. Now sent over or hit the ceiling. That's going to be a point for EA Cox. That was Rich who tried to send it over, but got a little bit too hard with it and hit the ceiling there. So Covington back to serve again. That's going to be back row. Can handle it is Van Horn, and that'll be a ace for EA Cox and Covington. She hit that one deep, and it looks like Collinwood's playing quite a bit up here, just barely behind the 10-foot line. So anything deep's going to be a little hard to handle. That one's dug out by, that one's hit down hard there by Witten. Tried to block at the line. That's going to be tipped up. Now pass. We'll set up Witten again. Witten find a hole for the kill. Point Collinwood. Witten looking to be a force at the net. Another good athlete, softball player. She's got some height on her. Does a good job blocking at the line. And can definitely hit it from what we just saw. That's going to be hit over by Rich. Now hit saved somehow there by Rowlett. Chased down. Now Witten will just send that over. Nice effort there by Collinwood. Another hit, and that's going to go wide left off of Pugh. Back to serve is Rich again for Collinwood. Looking to extend the lead. 11-7 now. And that one's going to be off her fingertips a little bit. Short. So point for EA Cox. Back to serve now is 19. As we get a sub, that's Pruitt back to serve. Oh, no sub. Pruitt back to serve now. Good serve, back row, Van Horn. Rich. And that's going to hit the basketball goal and be a point for EA Cox. Back to serve again is 19, Pruitt. Serve is up. It's a good one. That's an ace. It's going to fall right in front of Rich. No way we could have got to that one. Again, Collinwood way up on the net on the front row, and then the back row is up as well. So there are some holes to hit if you're EA Cox here. Another good serve, dug out. That's going to go over, and then can't get it back over and in the net there. So that was a really good serve, though, from Pruitt. Now back to serve is Witten for Collinwood. Jump serve, nice jump serve. Really nice jump serve. And they try to set it up and aren't not able to. So that's going to fall to the floor. Point for Collinwood. Witten will go back again. Witten got a beautiful jump serve. Good technique. Come up a little short. I might have jinxed her there, but that's a really good effort. Again, if you got a jump serve in middle school, you're ahead of the curve a lot. Girls are screaming at the ref that there's a sub. He's got it. Everybody's getting a little worked up over the sub. Now back to serve is Steen, I believe, if that's number 1. That's correct. Serve is short into the net. Point for Collinwood. As our scoreboard has went black on the visitor side. She's got it figured out now. 14-11. Collinwood leads. Serve is going to be short by Rowlett. And first step in the middle school volleyball is getting your serves over and in. I think New Prospect and Culleoka can attest to that, as that was a big part of their match. Back to serve now is Sanders. Witten's there, passed up now to Rich. Tipped over. And that's going to be knocked over by number 2 for EA Cox, Swatter, for the kill. 14-13 now. Back and forth we go. Again, this is Sanders back to serve. Back row, Witten. Good pass up. Now Witten will take a swing from the back row, and that's going to be on the line and in. Kill for Witten, her second of the night. Good swing at it from the back row. Good set there by Rich. Rich back to serve now. Good serve, back row. Going to be passed straight up, hit again. Tried to save that one, but wasn't able to, was number 5, Peoples. So Rich will go over to serve again. Got a pretty good crowd on one side of the gym tonight and a little bit less on the other side. That one's sent back over. Rich is there. Now set up by Rich. Hit over by Cross. Hit now by Sanders, and little miscommunication there as both girls went to swing at it. 14 Covington and number 2 Swatter didn't communicate, and both took a swing, and that would be under the net. And now Rich will serve again. Good serve. She called it that time. It went deep, still going. Good tip. Hit back over now. Witten's there. Now we'll get it set up for Cross. Cross will tip it over for the point. Nice kill there by Cross. She saw the hole and put it right where it needed to be. So Rich back to serve again on a little bit of a heater here. 18-13. Good serve again. That's going to be sent back over. Witten's there. Tipped over by Hunter. Sent to the back row. Rowlett was there. Now Cross will send it over. That one's going to come over. Hunter's going to hit that one over. Hunter tried again. Witten pushes that over somehow. Cross is there. Hunter gets a hit on that one. That's going to be long out the back for a EA Cox point. Back to serve now for EA Cox is number 5, Peoples. It's the first coach who doesn't have her numbers in order, so it's kind of a looking around it. That's going to be short. Point for Collinwood. EA Cox struggling with the serve here early on first set. 19-14. Collinwood leads, looking to get to the back stretch. Close this one out versus EA Cox. Hunter back to serve as we've made our full rotation. Hunter, the lefty. Nicks the net, hits the floor. That'll be an ace for Hunter. Point Collinwood as they're now up 20-14 over EA Cox. Hunter back to serve again. Serve, long. And tried to swing it one-handed again for EA Cox. That's going to be a hard ball to hit one-handed, I promise you. So Hunter will get the ace. Up 21-14. Got to hit it two hands, sister. Number 1, Steen. Hunter to serve. Good serve. Another miscommunication there. Front row's got to let the back row have it. That's number 2, Swatter, kind of stepped over, and that should be a back row ball. Somebody did yell, I got it, but I don't think it stopped him. Hunter's going to sail that one way long. Out the back end. 2 points away. Back to serve now is Swatter for EA Cox. Going to get a sub now for EA Cox. As number 18 comes in. Good jump serve. Right over the net. Cross makes a great play off the top of the net there. Now Witten will push it over. And she finds a hole. Caught EA Cox standing. Now Cross will go back to serve. up 23-15 over E.A. Cox. That will be another kill for Witten, her third of the set. Nice job there, dug out, pushed over now. Rich is there. Set up by Rich. That one's going to be hit long. Good effort there on the swing, but a little bit long out the back was Rowlett. Now Cross will go out. And coming in for Collinwood is 16, Van Horn. Back to serve now is 14, Covington for E.A. Cox. Ball is up. Good serve. Hunter's there. Chased down by Rich. Rich is going to hit that one a little short. Doesn't make it over, and that'll be a point for E.A. Cox, trailing now 23-17. Back to serve again is Covington. Puts a swing on it, and that's right inside the line for the ace. And that was what I was mentioning earlier. The back row for Collinwood is way up. So anything deep is going to be really hard for them to get a hold of. 14, Covington serve again for E.A. Cox, trailing 23-18. Serve. Rich sends that one back over. Covington digs it out. Now Rich will bump that one over. Swatter hits that. Now they manage to get that back over. Van Horn's there. Or sorry, that's Rowlett. And then she'll get the point there as E.A. Cox can't quite get that one over. Back to serve is the setter, Rich now. Looking to close this one out, 1 point away, 24-18. Serve is up. It's a good one. Pass goes the wrong way there, but they managed to get it back and send it over. Good talk there by Hunter. Now Hunter will try to send that over. She gets it over, but just a little bit wide left there, so that'll be a point for E.A. Cox. And back to serve now is 19, Pruitt, who had a couple good serves earlier with a couple aces. So trailing 24-19, 1 point away. Back row, Van Horn. And Rowlett's going to try to save that one in off the pass that went wide left and isn't able to. So that'll be an ace for E.A. Cox and Pruitt, who will go serve again. Ball's up. Good serve, but that's deep. And Collinwood's going to want a timeout as E.A. Cox has cut this one to 3. 24-21. We'll take it with them. You're listening to Middle School Volleyball on the X Sports Network.
This is the X Sports Network.
Back in Summertown here, E.A. Cox, Collinwood trying to close out this first set. E.A. Cox has got to within 3 here. Collinwood 1 point away from closing it out. Serve is up. It's a good one. Van Horn's there. Now Rich. Now Witten will bump that one over. Set up. Hit over by Pugh. Rich will set that up for Witten. She'll tip that one down for the kill, and that'll be set for Collinwood. So they'll take the first set, 25-21. We'll be back for the second set after this. You're listening to Middle School Volleyball on the X Sports Network.
Since 1955, Evers Construction has been the company folks have trusted for residential and commercial construction projects. Today, Evers is still the leader in building and is just as committed to maintaining. From residential to commercial and industrial, Evers' team of experts stands ready to install, service, and repair all your HVAC and plumbing needs. Specializing in leak repair, maintenance, air duct cleaning and repair, air handler service, drain cleaning, gas line work, emergency unit repair, inspections, and more. Evers Construction offers a preventative maintenance package to keep your home or business cool in the summer and warm in the winter. Trained, trusted, reliable. For more information or to schedule an appointment with the pros who know, phone 931-762-3593 or visit eversconstructionco.com. Evers Construction Company in Lawrenceburg, Tennessee.
Interrupt your regularly scheduled day to bring you breaking news out of Summertown, Tennessee, where a one-of-a-kind property. We were both very blessed to have been raised on farms.
Absolutely. I guess that's what we love about this property.
And then let me show you the 5 favorite things I love most about this home. Welcome to our newest listing. This new listing with this large home on 8 acres knocks it out of the park. Well, hello. Welcome to my newest listing. I'm at 102 Heritage Hills and your dream house on the east side of Pulaski just hit the market.
There's no job too big or too small for Gonzalez Lawn and Landscapes. Owner Chris Gonzalez works hard to make your commercial or residential properties one of the neighbors will envy. You won't find a lower price anywhere else, and that's a guarantee. We offer mowing, landscape removal, small construction jobs, and more. Our team is licensed and insured to ensure the best work for Lawrence County and surrounding areas. Your satisfaction is our goal. We won't leave until you're happy. Call today to set up a free quote.
This is the X Sports Network.
All right, back in Summertown here. EA Collinwood getting ready for their second set. Collinwood did take the first set, 25-21. Pretty back and forth game as EA Cox is going to be set to start the serve off here on the second set. Looks like that's Peoples back to serve. And going to send her across. It's a good serve. Witten's there, passed up to Rich. And Rich sets that up, but it's a little bit wide left, and Hunter can't get to it. And Cross tried to get there, but couldn't get there either. As Rich overset that one just a little bit. Shake it off and keep on going. Peoples back to serve again. Ball's up. Cross is there. Rich. Cross is going to hit that one a little bit low and to the right, and Rich couldn't handle it either, and it's going to fall to the floor, and EA Cox is going to take an early 2-0 lead. Peoples back to serve again. Serve is up. Cross is there. Pass goes a little backwards. Witten. Hunter knocks that one over. Sent back over and found a hole. Nice job there by EA Cox. And Peoples, to find a hole there, she's come up out of the server where she was serving and got right to it and knocked it right back over into a hole. She'll go back looking for her 4th straight. Serve is up. It's good. And that's going to be hit wide right by Hunter. Out of bounds. Now EA Cox up 4-0. Early on here, second set, looking to try to win this one to push a third. Peoples back to serve again. Serve is up. And Rich can't get to that one. And that'll be an ace for Peoples. 5-0 now. Cross is going to miss past that one, left and out of bounds, and that'll be 6-0 run to start the second set. E.A. Cox leading now. We'll take a quick break with them. You're listening to Middle School Volleyball on the X Sports Network.
Let me tell you about a place that has it all for your home, bedroom, kitchen, lawn, and more. It's a home-owned and home-operated business that's been around for over 70 years, so you know they're doing something right. At Swap and Shop Center in Lawrenceburg, you'll find top name brands for every room of your house, and top brands for the outside too. Looking for appliances, televisions, couches, safes, bedding, mowers, and well, the list goes on. So make the drive today to 824 North Military Avenue in Lawrenceburg and be treated right.
This is the X Sports Network.
All right, back here in Summertown after the timeout by Collinwood. They're going to use their full minute here as they've started out a little stale, down 6-0 to E.A. Cox. People is on a hot streak here. Peoples, as she's had 6 straight. First server for E.A. Cox, and she's managed to run off 6 in a row. Looking to make it 7 now. Serve is up. Witten's there. Set that up for Witten, back row, and that's a kill for Witten, her 5th of the night. Or 5th of the day. Nice hit from the back row. You don't see that often in middle school. A kid that can hit from back row is pretty impressive. Set to serve now is Rowlett for Collinwood. And that's going to be an ace. For Rowlett, as they're 6-2 now. The ball went down in the locker room hole. They chased it down. Still trying to get it over here. Finally do. Rowlett will get it now. She'll go back for her serve. Serve is out of bounds, wide left, and that'll go to E.A. Cox. 7-2 now. They lead over Collinwood. Looks like a lefty here. Can't see her number yet. She puts a nice underhanded serve on it. Really some speed there. Hunter's, that's our first call of the night in the net, as he'll call E.A. Cox in the net. They were both in the net, but E.A. Cox loses that battle, as he'll call E.A. Cox in the net. Back to serve now is Rich for Collinwood. Serve is up. It's good. Back row. Sent over by E.A. Cox. Rowlett's there. Now Cross will just send it over. Back row. Peoples is there. Pushed over now. Now they'll set up Cross on the outside. A little bit wide was the set, and that's going to go out of bounds off of Cross. Point for E.A. Cox. Back to serve now is, looks like number 2, Swatter, with a nice jump serve, and that's an ace for Swatter. Hits the top of the net and just trickles over. Nice serve there, and it's a jump serve. Cross tried to catch it as it trickled over, but was unable to do so. 9-3 now. E.A. Cox leads. Second set here. Ball's hit deep and in. Another ace for Swatter. We did get word that Mount Pleasant did go on to beat Linden. They played at Etheridge. So they move on to play Hampshire. And then that puts Perry County out of the tournament. And that one's in also. Off of another ace on the jump serve for E.A. Cox, who leads now 11-3. And Collinwood's still not backing up their back row. They're going to test her and see how many times she can do it. I think you could probably back up the whole team, move your front row to the 10-foot line. Another good serve. Witten's there. Passed up. Hunter. She'll just knock that one over. Tip. They'll need to send this one over, and they do. Rowlett's there. Now tipped over by Rich, and she'll get the kill. And end the streak for E.A. Cox on the serve. Nice job by Swatter back there on the serve. Really nice job. Good jump serve. Hunter goes back to serve for Collinwood. Looking to gain some momentum here and get some points on the board. She hits that one left and low under the net. Point E.A. Cox. Back to serve for E.A. Cox. Let me get her number here. I think it's Pugh, but I want to make sure. Yeah, it looks like Pugh. Rich is there. She'll pass that one up. Rich bumps that one. Now Witten pushes that one over. If you're Collinwood, you want to keep getting the ball to Witten, if at all possible, as she seems to be a pretty effective scorer for you. I think she's got 5 kills on the night already. That pushover would be 6. 12-5 as Cross is back to serve. She hits a dart, and that's in for the ace. Nice job by Cross there. Hit it right at her dad, who's line judging. Cross set to serve again. She's got a fast serve here. Serve, that one's going to go long and out of bounds. Old Dad wanted to call it in, but had to give it to her out. A couple feet past the line there, as we'll get a sub as Van Horn will come in for Cross. She'll take a seat. Van Horn coming in on the back row. Set up to serve now for E.A. Cox is Pruitt, who reeled off several in the first set. That's going to be hit by Hunter. Now Witten will send it over and finds a hole again. Witten on fire here. Ball just seems to hit the floor when she hits it. So back to serve is Rich for Collinwood. This is the setter, Rich. Although the other setter is Rich also. Rich hits it back row. Good job. They try to set that one up. It's bumped over there by Peoples. Rich will bump that one up. Witten will hit that one over. Nice little roll over top spin. Sent back over. Witten hits that one again. Now Rich to the outside to Rowlett, and that's going to go long out the back. Set to serve now for E.A. Cox is number 14, Covington, and it's a good serve. Van Horn there. Rich will set it up now. Witten wasn't able to get to it. It was in the net. Witten tried to push it over, but wasn't able to. Set was a little bit long. So Covington will serve again, up 14-7. That one's short right in front of Van Horn, and that'll be an ace for Covington. Covington back to serve again, up 16-7. Good hit. Hunter can't handle that one. It's going to go out of bounds off of Hunter. Point for E.A. Cox, who's really started to push away here. Up 17-7. E.A. Cox done a nice job of serving the ball. Van Horn chases that down. Now Witten will push that over. Hit back over. That was Sanders who hit that one. Now they'll get it to Witten, and she'll hit it. And it's touched, so that'll be tipped and another kill for Witten. Her 7th on the night. Get a sub here as the libero comes back in, and Witten will go back to serve. Needing to reel off some points here if you're Collinwood. Get back in this thing. Good jump serve there by Witten. That one's going to be passed up. They need to get it over. And that one comes up a little short. Good effort there to get it over by Steen, but just wasn't able to get it there. Witten to serve again. Another good serve. Off the hands They get that one back over. Van Horn's there. Now we'll set it up. That's going to be hit over, and that'll be a kill for Rowlett. So Witten back to serve again, now trailing by 7. Trying to get back in this thing. They did win the first set, so E.A. Cox trying to push a third set. Witten's serve is really good. Rich has it, sets up Witten. Now Rich will push it over. She finds a hole for a point. So Witten back to serve again on a little bit of a heater here. 17-11 now. Collinwood leads. Or Collinwood trails, sorry. Witten serve is another good one, but doesn't make it over, and I mean just barely. She was about 6 inches short of that one making it over and falling for an ace. So back to serve now for E.A. Cox is number 3, Sanders. Up 18-11. Ball's hit. Van Horn can't get to that one, and it'll fall to the floor for an ace for Sanders. 19-11 now. Swing at it, and that one comes up short. Good effort there, but doesn't make it over. So back to serve now for Collinwood is Rowlett, trailing 19-12 in this second set. Serve is up, and it's a beast. Hunter's there. Somehow, nice play there by Hunter to get that kill down. There's a little bit of a battle at the net, and Hunter wins that one. Rowlett will go back to serve again. Serve is up, and that's in. Right inside the line. E.A. Cox, same as Collinwood's playing their back row up a little bit, and if you can get it back there, you got a pretty good shot at it. Looking for a third straight now. Serve is up. It's good, and that's on the line and in. Good call there by the line judge. Good point for Rowlett. Good ace. Now only 4 down. You got to think E.A. Cox calls a timeout if we get another point from Collinwood here. Try to slow the momentum. And that's going to be in the net. 20-15 now. Back to serve is the lefty. Good serve. Witten's there. Battle at the net will go to E.A. Cox as Rich tried to tip it over, but number 2 for E.A. Cox, Swatter, was there and put it back down on her. Now E.A. Cox leads 21-15. Good swing, good serve. Good set. Rich, Witten, another kill for Witten. Right off the top of the net from the back row. 21-16. Now Rich is going to go back and serve. Needing to get at least 3 or 4 here and get close enough to try to make this a match. And that's going to go in the net. 22-16 now. E.A. Cox lead, trying to close this one out and push a third set. Back to serve is Swatter, who's had a good night so far. Another good jump serve. It's a good one, but it's deep by about a foot out of bounds. Good effort there. Really nice jump serve. She's had several aces. Couldn't get that one in. Hunter's going to go back and try to get a few points, try to get back in this thing. Hunter's serve is good. That gets sent back over. Hunter chased it down, knocks it back over. Hit back over by Rich. Good set now. They'll send it back over. Rich is there. Then Rich again. And that's going to fall to the floor for a Collinwood point. Little miscommunication by E.A. Cox there. A couple girls chased it down. Hunter back to serve again. 22-18 now, trailing by 4. The lefty. Good hit, back row. Good effort there. Good effort by the girls from E.A. Cox there to try to get that back over, but wasn't able to. So 22-19, and we'll get that timeout from E.A. Cox now. You're listening to Middle School Volleyball on the X Sports Network.
For the best meal from south of the border, head to Cocina Real and Puente Grande for lunch and dinner. With a wide array of mouth-watering entrees, there's something for everyone on the menu. And you can't forget the cheese dip. They'll treat you like family, and you'll never leave hungry. Make Cocina Real Mexican Restaurant and Puente Grande Mexican Restaurant your choice for authentic cuisine, located in Lawrenceburg, Tennessee.
This is the X Sports Network.
All right, back in Summertown as E.A. Cox takes a timeout. As they've let Collinwood creep back in this thing as Hunter's ready to serve again. Trying to get 1 point closer. Good serve, back row. And that's going to be hit, and I believe that went in the basketball goal, but I'm not. It could have been short, could have been in. So that'll be. Do they call the point? I think that is a point, right, for Collinwood? Should be. Serve, back row, mishandled there. They're going to try to get this over, but they're unable to do so. Good effort there by the girls, but aren't able to keep that one in. So 22-20 now. I guess that doesn't go as a point, the one that went through the basketball goal. Hold on, he's holding up here. He's waving at him. Should be 21, I believe. 22-21. No, other side, sister. It's Megan running it over there. Coach for Summertown. She said she didn't know she was going to be doing this until earlier, just a little bit earlier. They had practice at 8:30 this morning, so we'll give her a break. Got it right now. 22-21. E.A. Cox leads. Hunter serve is another good one. Back row. Now set. Hit over. Hunter's there. Now Rich to Cross. Cross hits down. Pushed over by 19. Pruitt. Now Witten steps up and says, I'll just finish this now. Another kill for Witten. Point Collinwood as we're all tied up at 22. As Collinwood has creeped back in it. Trailed by as many as 9 earlier. And Hunter has brought him back into it along with Witten's kills. Hunter serve, good serve, back row. Pass by Swatter. Goes out wide left. And that's going to be a point for Collinwood as they've now taken the lead. And we're going to get a timeout by E.A. Cox as Collinwood leads 23-22. You're listening to Middle School Volleyball on the X Sports Network.
State Line Garage Doors, owned and operated by Justin Gobble, is your trusted local expert in garage door services. Based in Lawrence County, Tennessee, State Line Garage Doors is built on over a decade of hands-on experience, providing reliable repairs, replacements, and installations for all types of garage doors, residential and commercial. They proudly serve our community and the surrounding areas. When you work with State Line Garage Doors, you're not just another job, you're part of our community. Their commitment to quality, transparency, and craftsmanship is at the heart of what they do, and they offer free estimates. State Line Garage Doors. Reach out to discover the difference a company with local roots can make for your home and business.
Back in Summertown as Hunter gets her serve over and Cross kills it down for the point. 24-22. Collinwood looking to close out the second set and the match. They've trailed the entire set thus far until Hunter got back here and has brought them ahead. Another good serve, and that's going to be off the head, tipped and out of bounds. That will give the match to Collinwood, who wins it in 2 over E.A. Cox. Good effort there by Collinwood. Good job by E.A. Cox. Both E.A. Cox led the whole entire set, and Collinwood managed to fight back in it. Never got down, just kept on pushing and scoring points, so good job by them. Congratulations to the coach there. So we'll take a break, be back for the next game in just a little bit, and we'll try to run through the bracket and make sure everybody's up to date. But you've been listening to Middle School Volleyball on the X Sports Network.
This is the X Sports Network.